At the onset of Russia's war against Ukraine, the Black Sea Fleet of the Russian Federation operated 6 conventional submarines of the Varshavyanka class. 2 of these submarines, Novorossiysk and Krasnodar, were redeployed to the Mediterranean Sea before the war began and have yet to return to the Black Sea. According to Ukrainian intelligence, the remaining 3 submarines are believed to be in the Sea of Azov, where they remain undetectable by Ukraine. From this position, outside the reach of Ukrainian drones, they have been launching their payload of 4 to 8 caliber land attack cruise missiles at Ukrainian targets. This tactical positioning allows Russia to maintain a degree of strategic ambiguity, making it difficult for Ukraine to predict and counter these missile strikes effectively. The base of operations for these submarines is likely Novorossiysk, where the active components of the Black Sea Fleet relocated after permanently vacating Sevastopol's port in mid-July of last year. The move to Novorossiysk not only provides a safer harbor away from the immediate threat of Ukrainian attacks but also serves as a logistical hub for replenishment and maintenance. This relocation underscores the shifting dynamics in the Black Sea region, where traditional naval dominance is increasingly challenged by asymmetric threats such as drone warfare and long-range precision strikes. It is possible that the Alrosa, an older Kilo-class submarine also stationed in Sevastopol and already considered decommissioned due to its age of over 30 years, has been retrofitted to deploy modern cruise missiles following the loss of other assets. If true, this adaptation reflects Russia's strategic improvisation in the face of operational setbacks. By extending the service life of older vessels, Russia can sustain its submarine-based missile capability, albeit at a potentially reduced operational efficiency. As of now, there are no operational Russian submarines in the Black Sea. This absence is a significant shift, given the historical role of submarines in projecting power and maintaining maritime control in the region. The void left by these submarines could embolden Ukrainian naval operations and increase the effectiveness of Western-supplied anti-ship and coastal defense systems. Furthermore, the strategic calculus for NATO's Black Sea members may also shift, as the diminished Russian submarine presence alters the regional balance of power. The absence of Russian submarines in the Black Sea significantly impacts Russia's operational capabilities in the ongoing war against Ukraine. Submarines, particularly those capable of launching cruise missiles, provide a stealthy platform for precision strikes against land-based targets. Without these assets, Russia loses a key element of surprise and flexibility in its maritime strategy, forcing a greater reliance on surface ships and air-launched missiles, which are more vulnerable to detection and interception. Furthermore, the lack of submarines reduces Russia's ability to project power and maintain a strategic presence in the Black Sea. This absence limits their capacity to enforce blockades or challenge Ukrainian and NATO naval operations effectively. The reduced threat from submarine-launched missiles allows Ukraine to strengthen its coastal defenses and enhances the operational freedom of Ukrainian and allied maritime forces. The strategic vacuum left by these submarines also shifts the regional balance of power. NATO and its Black Sea member states may find greater freedom to maneuver, potentially increasing their support for Ukraine with naval patrols and shipments of military aid. Additionally, the diminished Russian submarine presence could embolden Ukraine to conduct more aggressive naval operations, including the use of unmanned surface and underwater vehicles, to disrupt Russian supply lines and logistics in the Black Sea. Overall, the absence of submarines undermines Russia's broader military strategy in the region, weakening its ability to conduct sustained, covert maritime operations and diminishing its deterrence posture against both Ukraine and NATO forces. The Russian Federation has leveraged its Black Sea Fleet's Kilo-class submarines to conduct numerous missile strikes against Ukraine since the full-scale invasion began in February 2022. These submarines have played a pivotal role in Russia's strategy, launching Caliber cruise missiles from the relative safety of submerged positions, making detection and interception challenging for Ukrainian defenses. On February 24, 2022, as the invasion commenced, Russian forces unleashed a barrage of cruise missiles, including those launched from submarines, targeting critical infrastructure such as command centers, air bases, and air defense installations. This initial wave was designed to cripple Ukraine's ability to respond and establish Russian dominance in the air and on the ground. The precision and power of the Caliber missiles highlighted the effectiveness of Russia's undersea assets in conducting long-range strikes with minimal warning. The attacks did not cease with the changing of seasons. On September 11, 2022, multiple Caliber missiles were fired, leading to significant destruction, including damage to the Kharkiv Tech-5 thermal power plant, which resulted in widespread power outages. This strike was emblematic of Russia's ongoing campaign to disrupt Ukraine's energy infrastructure, a strategy that intensified as the conflict dragged on. By October, the use of Caliber missiles had expanded to include strikes that violated the airspace of neighboring countries, such as Moldova. On October 10, a large-scale attack involved these missiles, underscoring the growing regional impact of the war and the reach of Russia's submarine-launched arsenal. In November 2022, Russia's focus on Ukraine's energy grid became even more apparent. A series of missile barrages significantly damaged Ukraine's power facilities, with Caliber missiles playing a central role in the offensive. By mid-November, nearly half of Ukraine's energy infrastructure had been compromised, demonstrating the strategic importance of these attacks in weakening Ukraine's resilience during the winter months. As recently as March 20, 2023, the remnants of Caliber missile strikes continued to be felt, with an explosion in northern Crimea attributed to these weapons. This persistent use of submarine-launched missiles reflects Russia's reliance on its naval assets to maintain pressure on Ukraine, even as other military fronts fluctuated. The ongoing deployment of Caliber missiles from submarines showcases Russia's capacity to project power from the Black Sea, despite the growing challenges posed by Ukrainian and NATO countermeasures. The stealth and range of these submarine-based platforms remain a critical component of Russia's offensive toolkit, providing a potent means of delivering precision strikes while minimizing exposure to retaliation.